Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today is hashtag tagmetuesday, and we're going to be making this tall junk journal from one single envelope. But first, let's have our shout out to Mariah, Kimberly, Miss Bobby, Patty, and Judy. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take a closer look. I've got a little bit of lace from that vintage wedding dress, a label, a fussy cut, a doily, some music paper, a little bit more of that lace, and we've got some dangles going on here from our hand-sewn signature. Let's look inside. So on this cover, there's music paper and a doily, and then the actual flap from the envelope. So that's where you see the music paper. We've got a digital here. We've got some book page, some coffee dyed paper, a paper that I made myself, and there's our signature in the center of the signature, the book page, and this folds out. So we have a nice little fold out, some more music paper, a doily, and then on the back we have the pocket from the envelope. I did a little bit of stamping. I did some collage. And right here in the pocket, I just have some coffee dyed paper in a tag form so that you can journal on and make whatever notes you'd like. Now, this is perfect for an add-on to your junk journal as a standalone, maybe as a special little gift, or even for some Happy Mail. So let me show you how I've made this. I started with an envelope. Now I did coffee dye my envelope. My envelope is approximately 9.5 by 4, approximately. And what I want to do is I want to start right here first, and I would like to open up my journal this way. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to grab a book page, and I'm going to place my book page. Actually, I think I'm going to put it in this way. And the reason is because there's a very wide border here and not as wide over here. So I'm going to glue my piece right in here, just like this. And I wanted to show you first that my book page does not cover the tip of my flap, but that's okay, because as you can see here, you're not going to see the flap. You see the flap here, it's on the outside. And then I wanted to show you here on the inside where the pocket is. There's where you see your book page. And then if you put something in your pocket, then you're just going to see a little bit of it. So you do not need to worry if you have a piece that doesn't cover the tip of the flap. Let's go ahead and add our glue. And I'm going to be using our glitter glue. And I'm going to be applying my glue directly onto my book page like this, and then slipping it into my envelope. I can open this up so I can get it to slip in here easily. There we go, all the way in. And then I'm going to see, where do I need to add a little bit more glue? So right here, just a little bit more glue. I think I need a little bit over here too, guys. Okay. And do I need any right here? Yeah, just lifting it up and getting it glued down. Alrighty, so now I would like to trim, this side, trim my book page so it matches my flap of my envelope, just like that. All right, so we have determined that our journal is going to open just like this. Now, if you are an inker like I am and you like to ink your things, this is when you would want to bring in your ink pad. Now mine is frayed burlap, and I'm going to tell you what is hashtag tagmetuesday. It's a Facebook group that I have. The link is down below, and you're all welcome to join. To be able to join, you are going to have to accept the rules of the group. And the rules of the group are to be kind to everyone and that there's no selling. That does not mean that you can't sell your things. It only means that you can't sell your things on that side. That's all that means. So I invite you all to pop over there and join. Now, if you have tried to join before and you got denied, it's because you did not accept the rules. That's the only reason why you get denied, is if you don't accept the rules of the group. And that is to be kind to everyone and that there is no selling. So if you've been denied, try again, and this time accept the rules. And now you know the rules, so it won't be hard to say yes. Now there is another question you do not have to have the answer to, but if you want the answer, it's hashtag Cathy Sewing Happiness. All right, so we've got our envelope all inked up. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in some of these papers I have over here. This is the half of the book page from right here. It's the other half. I'm going to decorate at the back. I'm going to save it because I think we'd like to decorate the back of this one too. I've got a doily here, and my doily is about 8 inches round. I've got a digital here. I think it's from Mrs. Coggs, I think. I've got some coffee dyed tracing paper, some lined book page. I've got some music paper and some coffee dyed copy weight paper. I'm going to use this music paper. I'm going to fold it the long way. I want to be able to see that beautiful music going the correct way, and I'm just going to pop it on here right underneath that flap, and I'm going to mark around my envelope. So this is going to tell me approximately what size I need to cut this, because this is going to become, I'm getting my bigger guillotine here, this is going to be part of our cover, shall we say. So I'm doing this just like this with my guillotine. I'm going to do it just a little bit shorter than I've marked it. So just a tiny bit shorter, not a lot, just a little bit. And let's look to see how this is now going to be fitting. Into this, just like this. It's still a little big for my liking. I'm going to make it a little smaller. So let's just say you have an envelope that's not the same size as mine. So you would just be doing the same thing I'm doing. You're just trimming it just so I want a little bit of my envelope to be showing around this little piece right here. I want a little bit of that to be showing, just like that. Now, I don't need it to be, well, yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I was just thinking if I needed to cut it, but I'm going to leave it just like that. So it's folded in half. It's going to fit right in here like this. Let's get that doily. Here it is. Here's that doily. And let's fold it in half. I'm going to turn it just so the scallops are lined up like this. Give it a little crease. And then I'm going to just run my sponge on this just a little bit. Now, if you don't ink, then of course you wouldn't be doing this part, but I just think it really looks pretty. It's not coffee dyed. You don't always have to coffee dye your doilies. So, well, that one is ripped right there, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and use it. Maybe we should put that one down on the front so I can glue those little pieces down. See how they've gotten pulled up? A little bit of a hole. It's going to be all right. So I've got this folded like this. So now I'm just placing that, you know, on here like this. I've lost my words there. I'm going to place this right on top like this. So now we're going to look just like this. And what I want to do at this point is I want to glue this down on here. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue again, and I'm going to be adding my glue onto my doily, and right here where there's larger pieces, you know, solid pieces, I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Add a little bit of glue here. It will stick out just a little bit on the edge, just a tiny bit, so I didn't put glue there on the edge. And I'm going to glue this down. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here so that I can glue where my doilies kind of come apart a little bit. And I'm going to glue it back down. There we go. So it's going to be perfectly fine. Now, this is glued onto here. I did not glue the back. The back is not glued, only this part. Now I'm going to position it, and I'm going to glue my flat directly onto here. So adding my glue onto my flat. Just like this. Gluing this down. Alrighty, so now we're just like this. Okay, next let's go ahead and let's fold our papers. Now we can do lots of different things. Let me move this out of the way. How many papers do I have in this one? I have one, not counting what we've just done here for the cover, not counting that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, and there's this one to use as 4. I'm thinking that maybe this one I would like to fold. Now this is folded, and it's from the fold to the edge of the music paper, let's say. 1, 2, 3. Let's say 3.5. So if I fold this, maybe I fold this way, 3.5. So about right here, let's crease it right here. That's 1, 2, 3.5. And let's place it right in here like this. Now let's fold this one over. Line this up again. That's 3. That's 3.5. Let's do 3.5. So it doesn't go clear over to the edge. That is going to be perfect, because when we put it in here and we sew this into the signature, this right here isn't going to bother where we sew into it. It's going to be shy of that, so it's not going to bother anything. So that's going to be our fold out. Let's go ahead and let's fold this one. Now we can either fold it, now if I fold it this way, is it, yeah, it's more than 3.5, so it doesn't really matter which way we fold this. We're going to have to trim it. I am going to fold it in half the long way. It'll just make things a little easier. So folding that in half. Now when you join hashtag #TagMeTuesday, I encourage you all to try and make one of the projects in the playlist, whether it's this week's or another week's, because we have a lot of them in there. In fact, we made something similar, not exactly, something similar around last March, I think it was. It's similar, not the same. And I ask that you please stick with Tag Me Tuesday projects and not just show us what you're working on this week. We love to see how your personality comes out in your crafting. So we're all making the same thing, but they all turn out so different. And I just find that so exciting. I really do, to see what other people, how they decorate theirs, what papers do they use. It's just, I love it. So I encourage you to post your version of Tag Me Tuesday, the project. Alrighty, so we've got that marked. So let me bring in my guillotine, and I'm going to trim this right here. So placing it in and just giving it a cut right here. There's a page, and let's cut this page, and let's cut it this way, and then let's cut this page, our lined book page, and let's cut it off the end this way. Maybe a little bit more. I left a little bit of that pencil marking. There we go. We've got those all trimmed. So let's look at how they're going to be and how do we want to place them. I'm kind of thinking that this one might be really pretty like that. And then maybe the lined book page. And then the coffee dyed paper. Yeah, I think that will be wonderful. They're going to go right inside of here. Let's go ahead, before we sew this in and we do our dangles, let's go ahead and let's decorate this. Now, I have, let's see if I can get this in here like this. I have a dish. And in my dish, I have some fussy cuts right here. I chose daisies. I thought, well, we've got a white doily. Let's use some daisies. I think this one is really pretty. This one has a lot more going on. I would definitely cut this part off of it. So I'm going to cut this off. I don't want that part on. So that part is gone now, and it will fit on there much better. I've got a little bit of the lace from the wedding dress that I bought at the thrift store. Just, you know, getting things at the thrift store is really a matter of being there at the right time, because you just really have to hit it at the right time to find some things like we're looking for, because we're kind of looking for different stuff than the normal person, I'd say. Oh, that's pretty on there like that. I also have some of these little flowers. I thought maybe one of these might be really pretty on here. I've got this color too. I thought this color went well with the little daisies. I have some labels. I still have my labels out from Chapter 1 papers and their newest kit, the perfumery. I think that they would be lovely. I'm not sure. I just threw one on the floor. I didn't mean to. Oh, I like that one. That's really nice. That's real nice. Let me go ahead and let me bring in my glue gun, and we'll get this all glued together. So as soon as I can find my mouse, there we go. All right, so I did go ahead and ink up my little fussy cut right here, and I would like to place that right there, and I really think that that label looks really good right there. So I'm going to add my glue to the corner of my label, and I'm going to glue it onto my fussy cut first. Oh, I should have inked it up. I noticed that I did not ink it, so I'm going to ink it real quick, and then I'm going to pop it on to my fussy cut so that it's separate like this. There. Now I can position it where I want it to go by adding glue to all of it. Like that. And get this glued on. Kind of looking at, you know, space here and space there. Gluing that on. Now I think this will look really nice right here. I'm going to use my hot glue gun because it just makes things quick and easy for a video. And I'm going to pop it right on just like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue my pearls on because I cut it off of the wedding dress, and so the thread has been cut, and they would eventually come off if I didn't go ahead and anchor them on. So getting them anchored on, add a little more glue right there. Okay, got that done. Now, I thought this one was really pretty right up here. So I'm going to pop that one on. What happened to my... I thought I had a paper clip holding this all closed, but somewhere that has gone missing in action. I probably took it off and forgot. Yeah, typical. Forgot. I forgot I took it off. Go into our room. You forget why you're in the room. Why am I in here? What was I supposed to be getting? I do that all the time. I just think, oh, Cathy. I just start laughing. I have no idea why I'm in here. Okay. So I'm sure some of you guys do it too, right? I'm not by myself. I don't think so. Alrighty, so we've got that on there. I think that's looking good. Now, do we want one of these on here? Oh my goodness, right there. That looks really good. Yep, I like this color a lot better. It brings in that golden color. Now, oh, I do have this. Do I want this to be a part of underneath this flower? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe yes. I think that would be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking for my little, here it is, here it is. I was looking too far. I'm going to add some glue here, and then I'm going to lay this piece, and it's not cut straight or anything like that. And I'm just going to kind of twirl it so it's, you know, got, you know, high and low. And I'm going to add my glue, and I'm just going to pop that right on there, just like that. Oh goodness, isn't that sweet? That is so sweet on there. I love that. All right, so we have got our, let's see, clean this up a little bit, guys. I feel like I'm getting closed in here. We're going to need this. We're going to need our signature. Oh, I know what we need to do before we go putting any beads and all that stuff. What do we want to do to the back? That's important. So I've got this other fussy cut right here. I don't like how, okay, here's that paper clip. I could do it this way. I don't like this part. I'm looking to see if I got rid of this, would it work? Maybe. Or do I need to get rid of this? And then that would work a little better, I think. Bringing the dish back in, because I'm really not done, I guess. And where is the rest of these, where are the rest of these labels? Let's see here, guys. Sorry about this. They're right here. I'm trying to get them in. Here they are. I need something that's not, I really would like kind of a yellowy one. Here's one that's kind of yellowy. Oh yeah, let's move this so you can see. Yeah, let's get this so you can see what's going on here. I'm looking for a yellowy one or a dark one. So a couple of contenders. Here's a green one. Oh, that's kind of nice. That green one's nice. So as I said before, these are Chapter 1 Paper's newest kit, and they're lovely. I made a video, I think it was Sunday, using this, and we made it to the very vintage type style. So this is a totally different style that you can use with these labels. This is not anything like we made Sunday with these labels. So if you happen to have gotten this kit, here's another way that you can use this kit. Kind of like that too, but I'm thinking maybe that's the one we need to do. So I'm going to pop those back over there, and I'm going to ink this up, and I'm also going to bring in a stamp. Now this is one of my favorite stamps, and I wish I could tell you, oh, go right here, and I got it, but I got the stamp before I started my YouTube channel, and so I really didn't think that I would have to know where I got it from. I call it my swirly whirly stamp. Now I'm going to use my archival ink, and this is potting soil. How appropriate. Okay, some potting soil color here, and I'm going to ink up my swirly whirly stamp. So adding my ink onto the stamp, and then kind of turning it so, yeah, I think we're going to go it this way. I turned it around, completely around. I think I want part of it to come off. So I've got part of it off, like that, as you can see, came off. I like that look a lot. And I'm going to add some more ink onto here. And this one we're going to turn this way. And let's pop this on. Oh yeah. And then I think I'm going to use this back part right here and fill in this spot right here. There we go. Oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? I'll pull it so you can see it. As soon as I get my hands free here, put my stamp back down there, and my ink in the drawer. Oh, how pretty is that? That is really nice. Now, we're going to, I thought I wanted to add all this, but now I don't. So now I look at this and I'm thinking, could we maybe cut this to where we could maybe just use a flower. I wonder if we could do maybe something like, okay, move the scissors. Just working here, working it out. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, I'm going to need to ink what I've just kind of fussy cut quickly there, after I realized that was way too big. I needed to downsize. And I'm going to pop, I'm going to pop this. Do I want to put, question, do I want to put that on top, or do I want to put it underneath? think I want to put it underneath. And I always like to add my pieces onto my, whatever it is, my label. It's usually a label. It just, to me, it just helps me position where I want things. And I'm thinking I'm going to put that one on top. So adding my glue to the back, and be about right there. And then popping this one on to the top, like that. There will be a discount code down below. It'll say Chapter 1 Papers, the Perfumery. There'll be a discount code that I'll put down there, so you guys can pop over there and get these beautiful labels. Oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. All right, there's the back. Now, like I did in my one that I showed you here, you can put whatever you like. I just put a piece of coffee dyed paper in there for journaling, but you could make a tag, a special tag to go in there if you would like. If you're sending it out in Happy Mail, or maybe as a gift, you could put your card in there, you know, like to and from, and congratulations, or whatever it is that you'd like to say to them. Now, we've got our papers, and we're going to be sewing that into our piece right here. Remember, we folded that and made that into that one side, into the front cover. That's the front cover. Now this is where our signature goes right into here. So I'm just looking to see, I'm going to try to evenly space it right here. And I'm going to use a paper clip. And I'm going to pop this in. It's catching on something. I'm going to pop this in right here. Just like, yeah, it's catching on that piece of, I don't think I glued those down. I'll have to remember to do that, because they will come loose eventually. Not right away, but eventually they will. Okay, we've got that in there. So this is going to be our signature. If any of you have been with me for a while, you know that I like to use this one special method to put my signature in, so I'm not guessing, and it just really bugs me if things are lopsided about, you know, signatures being sewn in. I don't want, you know, one hole to be here and the next hole to be here and the next hole to be way down here. It just bugs me. I want it to be even, but I am so rotten with math that even if I tried to figure it out, it would still be wrong. That's just me and math, right? So you're going to need this. I just got out of the trash. It's not even an inch. Usually I use a full inch or 2, inch and a half, something like that. What you want to do is you want to make it as long as your journal. And then you're going to fold it in half the long way, like this. So I've got one over here. I wonder if it's exactly the same. Yeah, it's going to be easier and quicker. You fold it in half this way, then you fold it in half one more time. Then you fold it in half one more time, and you really squeeze it. When you open it up, where the folds have intersected, that's when you're going to put a dot. And that is your evenly spaced holes for your thread, your signature to be sewn in. Perfect, right? It is so easy. I mean, you're going to get perfectly spaced holes without having to calculate anything. So I'm going to paper clip this in. Then I've got a little piece of sponge packing material. I have my awl. I have my thread, which happens to be bookbinding thread. It is coated in a little bit of wax. I've got my huge needle that I found when I was remodeling my flower shop. I am into my studio. I have a post on that, you guys. If you're interested, I will keep you updated and show you pictures and things like that, because I'm really excited to get it changed from a flower shop into a studio. You want to measure 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do just a tiny bit more because we're going to put some tassels on, or the little dangles right here on the outside, not on the inside. There's nothing on the inside, it's on the outside. All right, so let's go ahead and let's thread our needle. There we are. And set it aside for just a second. Bringing in our packing material, I'm going to put it right underneath my hole. I take my awl, I'm going to hold it straight up and down as best as possible. I'm going to pull that journal into me, the journal pages into me, and I'm going to punch it all the way through. You can do the same for the other 2 holes. Other 2 remaining holes, we're going to just pop it on through just like that. Now you want to make sure you remember to remove your little measuring device. Bring in your thread. Now usually we would be going in from the inside, but not this time. This time we're going to be going in from the outside. So go in from the outside the same exact way that we usually do. Instead, you're going to leave yourself a tail on the outside, right guys? Then we're going to go into whatever other hole that you'd like, pull it all the way through, go through the other hole, come back up, go back through the center hole. Make sure, now I've gone through the other string, I'm going to pull my string over to the side so I don't go through it. You want to make sure that you go on the other side of this center like we do when we're inside. This time we're on the outside. That's the only difference. You have a center thread right here. You want these 2 pieces to be on the opposite sides like that. I'm going to measure this so it's about the same length. Give yourself enough to work with. Put your needle back so you don't lose it. You're going to have to grab yourself some beads. Now I've chosen some pretty white ones. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a knot, making sure I'm not caught on anything. Go ahead and secure that signature right there into your journal. And I'm going to add some white beads. Now I'm going to add 1. Let's see, how many do I want? 2. Wet it a little bit so it goes in better. 3, 4. Uh-oh, I lost one. If your end gets frayed too much, give it another trim, right? Just trim it up. And we're just going to pop these on here. Let's see, how far along are we now? Oops. Sometimes the more you try to rush, the more you slow down, right? So I need to slow down just a little bit. Alrighty, that's pretty good. Now, I'm going to go right back through my bead. It helps if you pull the thread tight, pop it back through. Alright, so I'm back through the bead. All it's doing is it's securing. Now, let me see if I can show you. It's back through the bead like that. It's just going to anchor that bead. And you know what? I don't have my pearls out here. Let me grab my pearls. I can't believe I don't have my pearls. All right, so I have my pearls right here. Now, the pearls, the holes in these pearls, it's not really good. And so I'm going to use my awl to help open up that hole a little better, hopefully, so that I can get my thread through here. And I did. Okay, that's through there. Now I am just going to, well, I didn't get that up there close enough. So I'm going to have to move this bead up. There's too much space. There, I've got my bead moved back up. this is a very small hole in this pearl. So I'm going to just put a knot here. Actually, I'm going to double knot it, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the end of that knot after I finish with the other one. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do this one, and then we'll see what it all looks like together, okay? All right, you guys, I've got the little dangles on there. Oh, I think they look so pretty. Now, I do want to finish off the back. Remember I said I have the little piece from where I fixed this one right here on the back? So I'm going to just tear this, and I'm going to use this for part of the decoration on the back of this one as well. And I'm going to ink this up because, well, the whole thing is inked, so I need to carry on that theme. And I'm just inking the torn edge right here. And let's go ahead and let's pop this on just like that. I'm going to use my art glitter glue, and I'm going to apply the glue to the back. Here, the torn side, all over it. And then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to make sure I'm the right side up, so that my words are correct. And I'm going to place it with a little bit of border. So the border, I mean right here. Then I have another label from the Chapter 1 Paper's newest kit, in which you have a coupon down below. Don't forget, and grab that coupon. Oh my goodness, you guys, I absolutely love, love, love this project. Let's quickly look inside. So we've got our papers, we've got that sound that we all love so much. We have a beautiful digital, some line page, some coffee dyed paper. There's our signature sewn in the center. And then we have our fold out right here. We've got some more of that crinkle sounding paper, some music paper, our doily, and our pocket that you can add a little bit of something something inside. You guys, I absolutely love it. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.